Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Corporate Socialite Budgets. In today's video, I'll be budgeting the third paycheck of October. So before we start with any of the budgeting, I do want to do some housekeeping and clean up some categories that I've overspent in. During the weekend of my last paycheck was my boyfriend's birthday, so I definitely overspent as I predicted, but I went ahead and cleaned those categories up with my Uber pay that I made the weekend after that. But I guess I can stop talking and get to the cleaning up. So I'm not sure if this happens to you all, like with this Discover. It's saying that I overspent $37 on this card, but I didn't. I actually used my debit card for that purchase. So I was invited to a networking event for my job, and I was like, I don't know what I'll wear. So I decided to buy a dress. It was kind of an impulsive buy, but I've also been eyeing this one dress anyway. So I went ahead and bought it. So I'm going to cover that overspending. And even here it's saying that it was on a credit card. I'm 100% certain I didn't spend it on a credit card. So I'm going to cover that overspending. Okay. Did it go back to Discover? No. Okay. It's kind of weird. All right, so I guess I can go down the line now. Okay, that's good. Okay, so this is my Discover interest from, I think, 2 paychecks ago, the first paycheck of October. I'm not sure why that's still showing up because I've already covered that interest payback. So I'm not going to worry about that one. And let's see. Okay, so funny story about this overspend. So a couple of friends and I were going to do a margarita bar crawl over the weekend, like Saturday. And, we bought our tickets online, and then, towards the day of the event or on the day of the event, we didn't receive any information regarding like the itinerary, where we should meet up at. And, after I did a little bit more research, I discovered that, the whole thing ended up being a scam. And people were reporting it to the Better Business Bureau. So I guess we should have looked into it a little bit more. But luckily, my bank was able to dispute that. So I'm kind of waiting for the credit to be returned to my account. So I'm going to just keep that and to be reimbursed for now. And let's see. So bars and dining out needs to be covered. I did Taco Tuesday with friends, and that's what happened. Necessary unnecessaries. I can't remember what I bought. I think it was like Advil from the grocery store. The gas station. Definitely unnecessary. Okay, so I think that actually covers my overspending. All right, so we can move on toward the main portion of this video, which is the budgeting. So I do want to tap into my credit card pay down status. So as of now, Ashley Furniture is completely paid off, so 100% done. And Fifth Third is now at 55% paid off, so very close. And Capital One is 33% paid off. So my plans for my credit card payments is now to incorporate my Ashley Furniture minimum payment directly into Fifth Third's. So whenever the Ashley Furniture payment is due, I'll go ahead and just put that money, I think it's usually like $25, directly into Fifth Third, just so I can start to knock that down. Okay, so we also can move toward the emergency fund because I do want to add money to that first. So I am very close to the $1,000 mark, and I'm sure I will hit it now. So what I'm going to do is supplement whatever is remaining that will require me to hit $1,000, which is, I believe, $62.84, and that should bring me to 1,000. Yep. Okay. So I've marked off that goal so far, and so the remainder of the 100 that I typically put into emergency fund, I will now add to my monthly rollover. Okay, let's see. Where is that? Oh, here it is. So that would be $37.16. Okay, so getting there. So one goal marked off. Now I'm going to start working toward my monthly rollover and simultaneously pay down my credit cards. All right, so now I can start to budget and allocate money toward my actual bills. So I have about $200 toward rent. So I need about $550 more to pay that off. That was a big chunk. That's why I usually like to have at least half of it set aside prior to it being due, just so I don't feel like $500 just came out of my check, but I guess that's just reality. So for now, I will be budgeting all of my bills for October 29th through November 12th. And then, of course, whatever I have remaining, I'll come back and start to add towards the different categories that will be coming up on the paycheck following that one. Okay. So also, anything remaining in different categories, such as this car note has 55 cents, I want to roll that over directly to my monthly rollover. It's not much, but it's something. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I said the 29th through the 12th. So my sorority dues is due on the 11th, so $10 there. Oh, and also this is the weekend of my school's homecoming. So I will be seeing all of my friends, or most of my friends, turning up in our college town and, having a great time. So, I don't really feel as if I'm missing out on much. So it's not like a bittersweet feeling at all. I still, think I made the right choice by sitting out. There's going to be a homecoming pretty much every year. So if I don't make it to this one, then there will be tons of other ones that I can attend. So I think I'm good for now. I'm not really sweating it too much. All right, so Ashley credit card interest, I actually can remove that because I don't think I'll be making purchases from that anymore. And the way I took so long to pay off this one couch, my mom was, kind of annoyed with that. But I'm like, I'm taking my time. And it's now paid off, so I'm sure she's probably not going to be super excited to offer me her card again, especially since I took so long to pay it back. A $400 couch that I took about a year and a half to pay back. Kind of ridiculous, but before you delete the category, you'll need to reassign your past activity. How do I do this? Oh, you know what? I'm going to not delete it and just hide it. That's the trick. Gotcha. All right, so for fifth third interest is going to be due. Audible is still paused. Apple Music, I'm going to have to figure out how to properly do this one without paying back into this $21 because I've done that already. I'm not sure why it's doing that to me. Okay, so from the 29th to the 12th. So I guess it's just these two, or these three. So spent last month. Is it going to do it? Okay, I'm not sure why it's not doing it, so I'll do it manually. Okay, and then $10.77 for Apple Music, and then for Discover, I'm gonna add in. Well, you know what? Let's see, because it still will be under like the payments, so I'll still. I guess that works. Okay, that's fine. All right. And then for cash, groceries is going to get $70. Fun money gets $50. And now I've kind of established a friend group here. So it kind of took me a while to kind of gather a group in the new city that I'm in, just because last year when I first moved here, it was during the pandemic and everything was pretty much closed down. And, I went home for a majority of the time, which is also why I had to move to a different apartment. So a little background is that When I first moved here, I decided to move to this like luxury apartment that was downtown, and I was spending so much money to be there or live there. And of course, it was actually like a studio. And, I would get so lonely just because I wasn't really interacting with people outside of work, virtually at work. And I just decided to go home, during the holidays. And I stayed for about 5 months and worked from Florida, where I'm from. And I still had to, of course, pay all of my bills while I was at home. It wasn't the best decision financially, just because I was living at home, but paying for all of my expenses and everything that was up here. So, I kind of took an L on that end, which is why I decided, okay, I'm going to move out of this luxury apartment somewhere that I can afford and be able to kind of build back up some of the money that I somewhat wasted, because I feel like I was paying for a really expensive storage while I was in Florida. So my apartment essentially became a luxury storage. And that's pretty much why I decided to move to somewhere a little bit cheaper, and where I'll be able to save, build back up some of my savings funds, as well as not feel as if I can't really spend money for entertainment purposes. So $50 has been okay. I've been able to supplement any overspending, of course, with Uber. I'm going to do $50 for now. If there's anything remaining, then I'll go ahead and add a little bit more into my fun money category. So I guess I said all that to say $50 is not enough for me these days. Okay, so food on the run is going to get its normal $25. Jet setting, I'm going to leave jet setting alone just because I don't have any plans of going anywhere until Thanksgiving time. So we'll see what happens there. Okay. And home goodies will get its normal. I think I usually give home goodies $20. I kind of forgot. Okay, I'm going to do 20. And the Bahamas cruise is, the deposit is due. So there is a balance of $99. All right. So that's covered. Debt payments, I'm good there. I'm going to be waiting on my credit to come back. Okay, sinking funds. So actually, I want to add in a couple of sinking funds. Just because I don't feel like I'm doing this correctly. Of course, you're supposed to be adding money toward your sinking fund pretty much each paycheck. And of course, I'm not doing that. But there are some funds that I want to start saving toward, whether it's now or even at the beginning of 2022. So I'm going to add those in. So my best friend just revealed that she is expecting. So I want to save up for her baby shower, or the baby shower gift. And of course, I'll have to travel to her. So I think that's going to be a decent expense. So I want to have a target set for $300. And she's still very early in her pregnancy, so I'm expecting that her baby shower might be sometime in April. So I'm going to just set the target for that. And it might actually be in May, but April might play it safe. Okay, and also for birthdays, I want to change the way I save for birthdays. So actually, I want to keep $100 just consistently in this category, just because I have a birthday every month of the year, seems like. So if I have $100 that I know I need to replenish anytime I spend from it, I feel like that will work out for me. So I'm gonna do is that the right one? So not needed for spending. Do $100. Actually, I think it should go to savings balance with no date. then also eventually I would like to move back to a nicer apartment, but also I don't want to do that until I either kind of get a different role at work where I can afford to do that and still afford to be comfortable with all of my other bills. But I remember when I did move to this apartment, it was so expensive. So I want to start saving for that, even if it is a year out or a year and a half out. I want to save for movers. So I'm going to create a target for $500, and I want to do it or just have it saved up by the end of this lease, which will be in 2022. Okay. So hopefully I can start contributing to this either next paycheck or this paycheck. We'll see how that works. Okay. And then, of course, whatever side money I make from Uber, I want to be able to contribute to my savings funds or sinking funds and not just covering random overspends or impulsive overspends. Okay, so dining out is going to get its normal $50. Bars, I'm gonna do 15 just because it is the weekend of Halloween, and I know there's some events happening around the city that I'll be going to. I'm not sure if that will be enough, but we'll see. And all right, I'm gonna add in $60 for beauty services. Okay, and I think I should put money aside. Actually, I'm going to put that toward the cash. Oh, I forgot about Discover is actually due. So I'm going to add in $40 here. I'm going to check the rest of the categories just to make sure that I actually have $297 to spend or allocate to different category groups. Oh, Spectrum. Oh, gas. How am I forgetting these things? I'm sorry, guys. Okay, I'm gonna put $50 towards Delta. Okay, and I'm gonna add 50 in toward car note, 50 toward auto insurance, and I think it might be safe to put the remainder of the 37 into fund money. I'm gonna just do 37 to make it even. Okay, and I'll add 29 of the cent. So make that an even 48. And I guess I would do 29 cent here as well to make that an even 24. Oh, that wasn't right. I didn't mean to do that. $0.01 I'll just put into Discover. Okay, so it looks like all of the categories are now properly assigned. So thank you all so much for watching my third Budget With Me video, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Bye guys.